Welcome to America News.
Getty Down in Puerto Rico. It seems some portions of the federal environmental and emergency management operations are still functioning, at least at a rudimentary level, and some people from FEMA put out a report that is both heartbreaking and terrifying. Reuters got a hold of a copy. There are reports of residents obtaining, or trying to obtain, drinking water from wells at hazardous waste Superfund sites in Puerto Rico, the Environmental Protection Agency (EPA) said in a release. Superfund sites are areas contaminated by hazardous industrial waste that have been identified by the EPA as candidates for a federal cleanup program. The EPA advised against tampering with sealed and locked wells or drinking from these wells, as it may be dangerous to people's health. Advertisement continue reading below. Of course, the president spent Thursday morning on the electric Twitter machine blaming the American citizens of Puerto Rico for their own plight and lecturing them about how they have to get their island's act together because he has better things to do with the agencies that are helping them than having those agencies help them. Puerto Rico survived the hurricanes, now a financial crisis looms largely of their own making, says Cheryl Atkinson. A total lack of Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump October 12, 2017, accountability say the governor. Electric and all infrastructure was disaster before hurricanes. Congress to decide how much to spend. Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump October 12, 2017 advertisement continue reading below. We cannot keep FEMA, the military, the first responders, who have been amazing under the most difficult circumstances in PR forever. Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump October 12, 2017 I have seen presidents give great speeches and I have seen presidents do very bad things. I have seen presidents give very bad speeches and do very great things. But I do not believe that any president ever has been so much of a colossal dick to his own citizens in word and deed as this president was on Thursday morning. Imagine you're an American in Puerto Rico, and you come home from a hard morning collecting radioactive water so your family will have something to drink, and you hear your president calling you and your fellow citizens lazy sponges. Calling this cruelty is too dignified. What the president tweeted is cheap and ignorant. It's every yob on a radio talk show suddenly discovering that he has control of the federal government. Advertisement continue reading below. Advertisement continue reading below. If you want the Ernest Wonk's way of saying pretty much the same thing that the president said, you'll have to rely on Speaker Paul Ryan, the zombie-eyed granastava from the state of Wisconsin. He knows how to get wetted about poor victims while dreaming of some really good vulture capitalism. From the Hillies, we need to make sure that Puerto Rico can begin to stand on its own 2 feet, Ryan told reporters at his weekly news conference. They've already had tough fiscal problems to begin with. We've got to do more to help Puerto Rico rebuild its own economy so that it can be self-sufficient. Of course, Ryan did admit that there is a humanitarian crisis on the island, and he admitted that there should be a federal role in alleviating it. He might lose his secret John Galt decoder ring for that one. The problem they all have, from the president to the speaker and outward to all Republican politicians, is that they've made a faith out of the precept that the national government is both inept and corrupt. Advertisement continue reading below. Getty now. Since Labor Day, there have been 3 once-in-a-century storms and a massacre at a concert, and everybody in the country knows that the federal government is the only institution with the capacity, and the moral obligation, to act to relieve the suffering. Platitudes about markets and bootstraps don't slake the thirst of people so desperate that they'll drink chemical waste to survive. Oddly, neither Trump nor Ryan nor anyone else is saying this stuff about the people in Houston or in Florida. Maybe there aren't any market forces. Maybe there's a lack of bootstraps. Or maybe there's some other reason. Give me a second and I might come up with it. Respond to this post on the Esquire Politics Facebook page.